Hey lovely people, I'm in a very good mood frankly because it's the weekend. I'm doing this on Saturday night and I will only have 3 days left of work before my Christmas break, only 2 of which are on site, so one's working from home. And honestly, I'm so ready to be on holiday at this point. I can't wait. Weather here in London, chilly but not as cold as it has previously been. I've kind of put my faux furs back in the cupboard and I'm back on the regular old just autumn winter coats. So I'm going to start with this guy because I just had one day. I think this was either a weekend or working from home day, and I was just in the mood for something kind of fresh, and I was thinking, what shall I wear that is both fresh but has enough of a kind of wintry feel to it. I was thinking either spicy or fruity, so I went for my lovely new bottle of the beautiful Modern Princess from Lanvin, a hefty 100ml bottle I've got now, just because, I mean, let's be real, I loved that 30ml bottle and I used all of it up in a relatively short time for me. You know, it normally takes me a really long time to finish a bottle of perfume, but so anyway, I love Modern Princess. It's just one of my faves. It's such an easy wear. It's literally an all year round easy wear. The only time I wouldn't wear Modern Princess is when it's like really hot, like properly hot outside. And that's only because it's quite musky, but otherwise amazing. So the notes in Modern Princess, top notes of red apple, red currant, middle notes freesia, jasmine, base notes vanilla orchid, white musk, white woods. It's juicy, it's fruity, it's really a beautiful red apple, and that's why I always think this one's quite nice in autumn winter, because it has that lovely red apple scent. Oh, so beautiful. I mainly get freesia, musk, red apple. That's the dominant things for me in this one. It's just a joy to wear. I love Modern Princess. You guys, if you've been with me for a while, you know how much I love Modern Princess. So that is very, very nice. All right, next up. Let's move this across. There she goes. And then it was my Christmas party at work and I decided to wear this. I don't know if you guys will have seen this because it's in a haul video, I think, that I've got lined up for January, because I've got like a bunch of like cheapies and affordable perfumes, and because I'm going to do frugal January when we're all really poor after Christmas in the new year. Oh my God, I just looked at my calendar. There are like pretty much 5 weekends in January. It's like, it looks like such a long month, and like payday is always the last working day of the month. So it's going to be a rough one, guys. I'm going to be poor by the end of that month. But this just went so well. I fancied something that I hadn't worn before. That's kind of becoming a thing. That I'll get something new, a little treat, something that I think will be nice and Christmassy, and I wear it to my Christmas party. So this year it was Lush Cherry from Fragrance World. And this, as you can probably imagine, is a dupe of Lost Cherry. It's got this really nice kind of black cherry red colour to it, and that's exactly how it smells. I've smelled lots of dupes of this, lots of dupes of Lost Cherry. I've never really found one that I could get on with too well. This is just perfect for me. It's actually been so long since I've tried Lost Cherry, I mean literally years, that I can't tell you if this is like an exact or excellent dupe. All I can tell you is it was a joy to wear, and it has all the parts of Lost Cherry that I really like. So Lush Cherry, the notes that they list for this are black cherry, cherry liqueur and bitter almond in the top, middle notes of sour cherry, Turkish rose, plum and jasmine sambac in the mid, base notes vanilla, tonka bean, Peru balsam, benzoin, sandalwood, cedar, cinnamon, patchouli, cloves and vetiver. So I get quite a bit of cloves. When I first spray it, I do get a bit of cherry liquor, or cherry liqueur is probably actually what it is. But I love that I get of genuinely black cherry. That's what it smells like. Genuinely black cherry, a good sour cherry. You're definitely getting some almond. You're definitely getting some of the balsam, because this does have a slightly balsamic feel to it. It's sweet, but it's not cloyingly so. And this lasts for ages on me, but it's not too thick. It's not too strong. I just really enjoyed wearing it. It went really well with my dress that I was wearing and my sparkly boots. And I did kind of glam makeup, red lips, and it was just lovely. I just really like this. And it's super affordable. So if you're on the lookout for a good dupe, a very wearable dupe of Tom Ford Lost Cherry, I'd say Fragrance World Lush Cherry is excellent. They don't have it on Amazon. I double checked. I can't even remember where I got this from. I got it from a website I haven't tried before, but it was literally just because I Googled it. And I think the bigger bottles still look like this, but I saw this 50ml rather than 100ml, and like obviously this was a blind buy, so this was cheaper and therefore less of a risk because it was like, I don't know, £7 maybe or something, maybe less. And so I went for this one, even though it's slightly more attractive in the other bottle, but I don't really need more than this. I really liked it. I think it's really nice. It's not overly boozy, but it's got a bit of booziness. Some of the ones that I've tried that are dupes are just so sickly, and yeah, Lush Cherry, not sickly. It's just got a real nice tartness to it. I wonder if I'm talking a bit funny. I've one of my teeth, one of my further back teeth is broken. It's like there's a bit broken off and it's a bit spiky. I'm going to have a crown, but because I can feel it on my tongue. I feel like I might be talking a bit weird. But yeah, I've got to save up some money to have a crown. So yeah, fun times ahead. I wore this one because I love it and I wear it all the time. I mean, what can I say? You guys will be bored of it. Lolita Lempicka Fleur Defendue. As you can see, I am getting down into this bottle because I love this perfume. Oh, I think it's my all-time favourite Lolita Lempicka. It's just delicious. I won't talk about this much. I'll just give you the notes because I do talk about this all the time. So it's mimosa, wormwood, strawberry leaf, stem greens in the top, mid notes of violet, anise, peony and iris, base notes almond, cherry and musk. And it is basically, it smells pretty much like the EDT version of the original Lolita Lempicka, but with a sweeter element, lovely fluffy mimosa, and this beautiful kind of orchard fruit smell from the strawberry leaf. So for some reason that with the cherry comes across like apple to me. I say it every time, I don't know why, it just smells like apple to me. Lush. If you are on Instagram and you don't already follow me, go and have a look at the bundle, the like secondhand bundle I just got on eBay of Lolita Lempicka perfumes. I got a whole bunch of discontinued perfumes from a seller who's just selling like all of her old perfumes that she doesn't wear anymore. And I mean, I can't tell you how excited I am. And literally, I think it cost me £120, which is obviously for me quite a bit of money. But when you see what I got, you'll be like, I mean, normally it would be 120 just to buy one of those, so because some of them are quite rare. So I have a picture up on my Instagram because I got it this morning and I was so excited. But for some reason, this month, YouTube is telling me that I will, from the ad revenue, should be getting about £120, which is way more than I normally get. I don't know why that is. It doesn't say that I've had more watches than normal, but who knows? But basically, my YouTube revenue, my ad revenue, will pay for my beautiful perfume bundle that I just got on eBay. So I'm super excited about it. Oh, so many tangents already, guys, isn't it? All right. All right, yes. So, if you watched my fancy haul video that I did the other day, I do realise I had 3 like oils in that video that aren't at all fancy and are 12 quid each, but everything else that was in there was a little bit expensive and fancy for me. So anyway, I decided that I wanted to see how I felt about actually wearing Oud Bouquet for a full day, but because I was going to work, I didn't want to risk hating how I smelt. So what I decided to do was I put this on my wrists, only a tiny bit. Oh, Oud Bouquet. Man, if it smelt on my skin and when you first spray it, the way that it smells from the sprayer here, this would not be leaving my collection. But it's very oudy, unfortunately, for too long on my skin. So I wore this on my neck, though, because I was in the mood for a sweet and cosy, kind of jammy rose. It just hit me because I'd smelt this and I really liked it and I just really wanted to try it out. So I was like, I'll put this on my wrist. But then I put this on my neck so that I could kind of sniff my wrists throughout the day and see how it was developing, but not only be able to smell that. So I had this kind of floating around as well. Tocard by Rochard is just a beautiful ambery, powdery, sweet rose vanilla with a bit of lemon. So lovely. It might be bergamot actually. I'll check the notes in a minute. But oh my god, like from the sprayer, Oud Bouquet is the perfect jammy rose for me. It's absolutely delicious from the sprayer. I love it, but yeah, to wear it, there's just too much oud for me, and it's it's such a bummer. If I put it over here, hopefully that'll be all right. So the notes in what I think is just absolutely glorious. Oud Bouquet. If I could deal with oud, I would be keeping this. Praline, agar wood, vanilla, rose, gaiac wood, and copal balm. So you first spray it. It's quite balsamic at first. You get a lot of the oud. The oud is, it is almost a bit tarry, but I can tell it's not that tarry aroma chemical, if you see what I mean. But it has that kind of slightly synthetic smelling, slightly smoky oud thing that I don't really like. And that's strong. That's quite a strong thing. I mean, I think gaiac wood's quite smoky, but yeah, agar wood, quite oudy. And then you get this just most delicious praline. And the more it dries down, the sweeter it is. The rose is super jammy and tangy and delicious. On top of that, praline, which again, it continues to dry down, and then it gets a little bit more almondy and a little bit vanillic. So it does get very sweet when it dries down. And then eventually the rose is way in the background, and you've just got this beautiful kind of sweet praline-y scent with just a hint of that jammy rose. But it literally took about 5 hours until I couldn't smell much of the oud anymore, and I was like, it's too long for me. It's just too long. But something interesting happened though during the wear of this, because firstly I'll mention, some people did mention Shagaf Oud. I think, is it called Shagaf? The Swiss Arabian. I think it's called Shagaf Oud. I have tried Swiss Arabian before, and everything that I've smelt from them has that tarry aroma chemical in. So I can't imagine that their version of Oud Bouquet is going to be less tarry or less oudy than this one. Maybe one day if I see it, I'll try it, but I'm not going to pay to smell that one because Swiss Arabian are generally not for me. Although I could go and try the Jo Malone. There's like a rose oud one that Jo Malone does, and I think I can smell that in store, so I might sniff that. But yeah, it was so strange because I'd say about the 6-hour mark when I was smelling my wrist, I was like, this smells now, weirdly, a little bit like Spiritus Double Vanille. Like I was getting that kind of slightly guerlain, slightly fruity smelling, rich vanilla-y smell, but almond as well. And I was like, that's so weird. And then I was thinking to myself, and I thought, oh, hang on a second. In the very deep dry down, it does start to give me a bit of a vibe of Gloria from Cacharel. And I have just this little sample from Perfume Parlour of their dupe of Gloria. And obviously this is way more fruity because it's got a lot of cherry, but there is something weirdly about the very deep dry down of this that was making me think of that a little bit. I mean, not entirely, obviously. There is rose in Gloria, actually. There's almond, there's rose, there's vanilla. So they do have some kind of similar notes. But yeah, if anyone knows of a lovely, jammy, praline-y rose that's genuinely sweet, and I like how syrupy this is, then please do let me know. Rose jam is not sweet enough for me. There's something in rose jam that gives me a bit of a headache. I find it a bit screechy, from Lush, that is. I really like the shower gel, but I really don't like the perfume in any of the forms that they sell it. I've tried the solid, the body spray, and the perfume, and I just can't get on with it. I kind of wish they'd do like a vanilla version of that so I could see what that smelled like, which they sort of did with the Wicked one last year, the not Elphaba, but the other one. But again, it was a bit headachy. I've tried, well, I don't get on with Maison Francis Kirk de Jean. Is it like, not Oud Bouquet, what's his called? Anyway, he's got a rose and oud one. And then the one that he did for Nina Ricci, that one I found really screechy as well. That's really chemically. Yeah, so anyway, I've tried a few things trying to find a beautiful, sweet, jammy rose. And none of them really work for me. It's not happening. So, the closest I've got to my lovely sweet rose is Tocard. And Tocard, it does, every time I smell it though, it makes me smile because it does have a slightly Turkish Delight feel to it, even though it's on top of, like, that Turkish Delight is definitely on top of a very ambery, classic smelling perfume. It's just so sweet and fun and pretty, but it definitely does have... Ooh, my lamp just came on. If the lighting changes, because my lamp just came on. It's on a timer. So it does definitely have a little bit of a vintage smell. Maybe not even vintage, but kind of classic. But I still think it's so wearable. Like, I love wearing this perfume. I really enjoyed wearing it again. I think it's lovely and cozy during the colder months, but it still has this lovely brightness to it. So it's kind of strong, but because it's like powdery and fluffy, yeah, I mean, it definitely does have a powdery quality, but fluffy I feel is a better description, because there's something about the rose and it is bergamot here that does give it a kind of juicy brightness. Oh, so lovely. So the notes in the version I have, which is the 2018 version, so this is the current formulation, they say geranium and bergamot in the top, mid notes of rose, iris, jasmine, base notes vanilla, amber, tonka bean, lavender and almond. I think in the original they also list patchouli. Yeah, they've got way more florals listed. They've got green notes. They've also got patchouli listed in the older version. And if you know what Casimir is like, but you haven't smelt this, if you can imagine, like, it has a similar kind of wood, amber, vanilla, a little bit of patchouli, powdery base. Very similar to what I get in Casimir as well. But this is a kind of lemon rosy Turkish Delight sprinkled in powdered sugar kind of scent on top of that base. And Casimir is like a apricotty, peachy, ylang-ylangy kind of scent on top of that. I just think Tocard is lovely, and I think the almond in it is just magical, and it's just, they actually smell really nice together. But yeah, I just wish that the oud went away quicker, because I would keep it. I would keep that perfume. I love everything in that perfume other than the powerful oud. But yeah, Tocard, lovely. So delicious, love it. Oof, been talking about those for ages, but yeah, it was really interesting to wear Oud Bouquet. I kind of wish that I could deal with oud a bit better, and then I'd be smashing it. But anyway, I might actually, maybe I'll put her here next to it, next to Tocard. Right, and then, oh lovely, it was time. I like to wear this around the Christmas period. I just think it's such a beautiful perfume. Oh, so special. I think it smells Christmassy. And this is the first time I've worn this, probably since maybe January and February, to be honest, because I do find this cozy. But it's the first time this winter that I've worn her. Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash. Poor baby, she's a bit dusty. Oh dear. Everything's so dusty at the moment. I have been moving a lot of stuff around. If you're on Instagram, you will have also seen that I gave away a huge amount of stuff at work. I reckon I took about 50 perfumes in. Some of them are obviously only like 10 mils and stuff, but I reckon I got rid of about 50 perfumes. And I feel lighter for it, to be honest, guys. I decluttered all the stuff I've been saying I was going to declutter. I just took most of it all into work, because it's increasingly difficult to sell perfumes. So anyway, I digress. So Stash, beautiful Stash, from Sarah Jessica Parker. Sadly, officially now, I don't talk about this one as much as I used to. So when I make videos, like I made my bonfire video, and then when I went to check, to see if you could still get a Stash. I ended up cutting Stash out of that video because it's so hard to find now. I think if I can find it on Amazon, the last time I looked on Amazon, they did actually have this. So what I was going to say is I wanted to show you, because I don't have a massive dent in this. I did also have a 5mm, which is what I started with, a 5mm kind of test tubey type thing of Stash, which is what I started with, and then I upgraded and got this big bottle because I just didn't think I was going to like Stash because it's so woody. I was like, I'm going to try it because I like the other Sarah Jessica Parkers, but I'm just going to get their kind of sample size that they did. And I loved it so much. I was so in love with it straight away. I just bought a full bottle. But that had been, I decanted that into a little sprayer to take to work. So not only do I have that, and then I have this, I also have the oil. So that's what I'll have a look and see whether they do still have that on Amazon, because the last time I checked, because a friend of mine at work really likes this, so I sent her a link, and the last time I found it, they had the oil on Amazon. And then I also have the Sexy Scented Hair Mist. But obviously you can wear it like a body spray as well, which is this. So when I wear Stash, I put a bit of the oil on first, then I spray a bit of perfume, and then I just go all over with this one, which is why I don't have a mega dent in the perfume, because I use a lot of different things. And then I had the little mini sprayer as well that I took into work. The oil, oh, it's beautiful. I don't think it's like nicer than the perfume. I think they all smell incredibly similar, but this is like a hair and body oil. So it's just rich and beautiful, and they're just so fantastic, just so beautiful. Anyway, let me give you the notes. So top notes: black pepper, sage and grapefruit. Middle notes: atlas, cedar, pistachio, patchouli, white ginger lily. Base notes: massoya wood, olibanum, vetiver and musk. It's so special. I don't need to tell you that. I'm sure you've seen other people say that as well. I've been saying it for years. Stash is one of the few perfumes that even like the niche people tend to like as well, and say that is like one of the best celeb perfumes. It's just so good, and I hope that one day she can bring it back. I think it might be the massoya wood or something that's now like a banned substance, or maybe just hard to find or something. I have a feeling that I read something that said that that's why they don't make it anymore. But it's just lovely. And I know that some people think it smells like furniture polish, and some people think it just smells like a wooden box or whatever. But what I get from Stash is I feel like I'm in a log cabin. There's a roaring fire burning a bunch of lovely wood. There is a fresh Christmas tree that has that kind of pine needly smell. I'm sitting all cosy. I'm drinking a hot toddy, which has ginger and like whiskey and honey in it, and I'm nibbling little pistachios. Like that's just what this perfume smells like to me. And so I really think it smells like Christmas trees. There's something about it, but without it literally being like this is a pine needle note, because I tend to find that a little bit too medicinal smelling, whereas Stash, I don't know, it's hard to describe this, but it's one of the very few woody perfumes I have. Although, let me tell you guys, you know, last week I was talking about wearing sand from Anne Fragrances. So when I was at work and I was like going through my drawers and stuff, and I was, because what I was doing was when people were coming up to smell the perfumes I'd bought in, I always cut up little bits of paper segments. So I was going through my drawers to find scraps of paper. And I found an Anne Fragrance voucher. And I'd forgotten that when I bought the Discovery set, I got a voucher, and that's the one I gave to my husband so he could buy me the Eau de Toilette of Far. But also, when I bought Frank and Far, the little 10 mils, was it that, or was it... Or maybe I bought one of their Explorer things, like when you get one of their special, like, limited edition 10 mils of something, like the Stone Club one or something. I feel it might be with that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I had another voucher, and I was like, ooh, I was going to buy the 10ml Eau de Parfum of Sand for £40. But I realised I could get the 50ml Eau de Toilette with that £25 off voucher for like £50. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do then. And I got free shipping, and it also meant that I could get a sample. They're like £6.50, so they're quite expensive samples, but they've got a new perfume out called Fleur. It's a limited edition, and I think it's supposed to smell like apples and syrup and burning wood and all this kind of fun stuff. It's supposed to smell like an actual fair. Well, obviously I'm going to try that, aren't I? Obviously I need to try that. So anyway, that's on its way. I think it's going to arrive on Monday. So hopefully next week I'll be able to talk to you about all of that. But anyway, that will be the first kind of new, genuinely strong woody perfume that I'll be added to my collection. Because when I bought Stash, I just got rid of, I got rid of June. I got rid of the sandalwoody one from that singer, what's he called? The Adam Levine, which is a beautiful perfume. I love the marigold in that, but when it comes to actually wearing a sandalwood, sand with that banana note is so special, and just generally wanting to wear a woody perfume, Stash is so special that I just did not feel like I needed any more. And so most of my woody perfumes I just got rid of. Anyway, again, I've gone off on one, but if you can find it, I will look for it, and if there's anywhere that still has it in stock, I will put it on my thing. Let's see. Oh, and then on the day that I filmed last week, I was talking about Black Pearl, and I think I said then, I'm just going to wear this today once I finish filming, and I did. And it's very soothing. It's such a lovely scent. Yeah, there's something about Black Pearl that I really enjoy. So it's Black Pearl by Lush. And it's just a really lovely one. It's got this kind of cool green liquid. It's really hard for me to hear Black Pearl without going Black Pearl. Like Johnny Depp in the old Pirates. The Black Pearl. It's my ship. Okay. Let's just get those a bit more neat. Lovely. So, Black Pearl, luckily they do, because this was, I think, originally out in about 2010, according to Fragrantica. So they don't have this current formulation and bottle listed, but they do have the old one. So luckily I have been able to put it in my list. Lavender, olibanum, chamomile and myrrh. And I think there's also tonka in here, probably a few other things. It weirdly smells like there's berries in it. I don't know why it smells like berries, but I do think it's really lovely. Interestingly, I'm just going to click on what it's been compared to, because there's a Hermes here. Hermes Essence Brin de Réglisse. I have not said that properly, I apologise. But it's obviously a soft, spicy lavender, herbal and green perfume by Jean-Claude Elena. I shouldn't have looked, should I? Lavender, licorice and hay. I mean, obviously I instantly want to know what that smells like, because licorice and lavender, two of my absolute favourite notes. But yeah, so that's been compared to this one, and actually also that one's been compared to Lolita Lempicka Au Masculin, the original masculine fragrance from them. Not the one that my husband's got, but although to be honest it looks like pretty similar notes, so maybe they do smell really similar. But anyway, I think if you like the idea of a really zen perfume that's also a bit fruity, then you might like Black Pearl. If you don't like the fruitiness in it, then, I mean, I might go back and get Big Blue, which I think is also like a really nice zen perfume, which also just came out in this limited edition. But yeah, I mean, it's just lovely. And then just to finish off the week, I also wore another perfume from Lush. I had my work Christmas party with everyone, and then we had our department lunch where we went out and we went to Rose's Thai, and I had delicious noodles. Give me noodles. Yognog. So last year I wore Yognog as well when we went out for our Christmas lunch. And I wore the perfume because I have a pen spray of the perfume, and that is absolutely nuclear. So I thought I'd try this year the body spray, because I got this sample a while back from someone, I think on eBay, back before they took off loads of people who were selling samples. I think you can get a sample of Yognog from Small Aromas. I think I've seen it on their site. But anyway, so I thought I'd try this out. And yeah, this is a much more wearable version of Yognog. It is still very clovey, very spicy, it's sweet. It honestly smells so boozy to me, and not necessarily in a alcoholic way, but there's something in Yognog, in the perfume and this, and actually, to be honest, in the body wash, that smells boozy. I think this smells like a panettone. My stepson hugged me and said I smell like candy. It's like panettone without the bread, although it has the sweetness and a slight custardy feel that I get in panettone, but it doesn't have like the yeasty bread smell that you get in the perfume that's actually called panettone. Oh, it's so lovely. What do they say the notes are? It says in the main accords, caramel, warm, spicy, vanilla and yellow floral, and I feel like that's fair enough. It says musky, but I don't know if I'd describe this as musky, to be honest. Top notes of caramel and brown sugar, middle notes clove and ylang ylang, base notes vanilla and musk, apparently. It's just very, very Christmassy. A couple of people have compared it to turmeric latte. I don't really think it smells like turmeric latte, apart from the fact that they both really do smell like Lush perfumes. But apart from that, it definitely doesn't smell like Let the Good Times Roll to me, because that is like buttery popcorn smell, which I can't abide. I don't think Yognog has a literal food smell. It's really interesting what this has been compared to. Angel Share, I do think you could say it is living in the same realm as Angel Share, but I don't think it actually smells like Angel Share at all. It doesn't smell too much like ginger biscuit to me, but again, it's in that same Christmassy, slightly spicy sweet realm. And it's in the same realm as Sticky Dates, but it doesn't actually smell like Sticky Dates, you know? So, yeah, Yognog is just a perfect Christmassy scent. Definitely worth testing it before you buy it, unless you are a Lushie and you know that you like the kind of scents you get from Lush. It just makes me smile. If you told me there were some dried fruits in here, the way there is in a panettone, I would totally believe you. There is like a boozy tanginess here, along with a lot of cloves, lots of vanilla. There is a kind of burnt caramelly smell. It's lovely, but it's not citrusy, which I like. So yeah, that was so fun to wear that. But as you can see, actually, I got through, because this was almost full, and I did get through quite a lot of this. I did feel like I needed to respray this. And when I wear the perfume, I do not need to respray that. But it is also quite overwhelming sometimes. So in a way, I think I might prefer the body spray. I think it's an easier reach. Absolutely lovely. So yeah, do I have anything else I need to tell you guys? I think that's it for now. As I said, I've got some cool plans for December, so you'll be seeing lots of vids from me. I think the only other news in my life is I just bought myself an Instant Pot, and I'm kind of obsessed, to be honest. I made Swedish meatballs and like mushroom rice. That was really fun. I made fresh applesauce to go in the freezer, and tonight I made like a sausage ragu pasta, like all in one pot, and I'm loving it. It was so exciting, like releasing the pressure and the steam all coming out. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I've been thinking about perfume slightly, because I've been thinking about batch cooking and making cool one pot meals and stuff, because I am obsessed. I love my air fryer. It's one of the best things I ever did for myself was get that, because I do most of the cooking in my house, and guys, I can't tell you, oh my god, it's made such a difference to me. And now I've got the pressure cooker as well. My poor husband's like, I've got more bloody gadgets in our tiny kitchen, but less washing up, easier to do things, doesn't cost as much money. I swear to God, it takes millions of years for anything to cook in my rubbish oven. So anyway, that's what I've been thinking about at the moment. Anyway, guys, let me know what you've been up to. Let me know what you've been wearing. Let me know if you've got any of these. If you've had your Christmas parties or you're about to go to your Christmas parties or any celebrations, let me know what you've worn or what you are planning to wear. And also, just for fun, let's have a chat. What else are you obsessed with at the moment? Have you got any other obsessions like me, like my obsession with cooking and batch cooking and food and pressure cookers and air fryers at the moment? What else are you obsessed with other than perfumes? Give me some info. I'm interested. Right. I'm off to watch Trixie and Katja watch Netflix, because they've just got a new one that came out today, and I'm going to watch that. And, my other thing I just wanted to say real quick, just because nobody ever talks about this film, and I think it's amazing. We just watched one of my recent favourite Christmas film. So it came out maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And we watched it again because I bought it on Prime basically last year, so I could just watch it whenever I wanted. My husband and I watched it again this morning. It's called 8-Bit Christmas. Oh my God, I love that film. If you guys want a warm and cozy, heartfelt, lovely, fun Christmas movie, I love 8-Bit Christmas. It's literally about a boy who desperately wants a Nintendo in the 80s. And it's so, I mean, I was young in the 80s and my husband really likes computer games, so I feel like he enjoys it from that point of view. And I just think it's such a lush film, and I never see anyone talking about it. It's never on anyone's list, and it should be, because I think it's one of the best modern Christmas films. Anyway, so yeah, next week at work I shall be watching The Grinch with some colleagues, the newer Grinch, which I also think is one of my other favourite modern Christmas films. And yeah, I'll see you on Sunday next week. And then, oh my God, I'll be so excited because I'll be in full Christmas mode then, because I will be on holiday. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, I'm actually going to sign off now. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching. You're wonderful.